Alright, what's up guys? Crimson Rain here, or Nori. We're going to be going through our Maraudin pool today. So, I'm going to be first video we're going to be doing today is mainly just going to be showing how I do the pool and everything, positioning, where I'm placing everything, etc. Where I'm using certain abilities. I'll be trying to narrate as I go along as I'm doing it, that way you guys get a better understanding of how things are working. So, first off, we're going to start off, just going to barrier, get full mana. We're going to start off with rank 1 Frostbolts on both sides, front and behind. After those two Frostbolts, we're going to blink up the ramp. We're going to Fire Blast this one boar. It's going to cause them all to just like run towards you, group up. You just jumping over them. This next pack, you have an jump Arcane Explosion or jump Cone of Cold. Doesn't matter. Just use something to pull them, whatever you feel comfortable. So yeah, so you're just running along. Here, same thing. You're just going to jump Arcane Explosion or Cone of Cold, whatever you're comfortable with. Fire Blast this closest boar, and then run inward. Then we're going to Counterspell, and then blink inward. So from here, these mobs are, chasing, they're getting pretty close. I did find a specific spot on the wall that you could jump up against to stop them. If you noticed, there's a jump there. As I jumped there, that very last one clipped, and it also got them to stop. So that's also a tricky thing you can do to kind of stop the mobs if you get too scared or anything like that. You won't really have to worry. You saw I didn't really take any damage or anything like that. You don't really have to worry about them breaking your barrier. Even if they do hit you, I don't know, 5-10 times, you still should have above half HP with going through your barrier. If you really need to, mana shield too. Here you're just running, literally auto running through the water. You just have ice barrier and mana shield up if you need it. Mainly just try to make sure ice barrier is up at all times if you can. So same thing, this is kind of boring, something to commentate here. You're just kind of running through the water. Running. Okay, so for this upcoming pack, we're going to go on the left side of this tree. On this upcoming pack of oozes, on the left there, we're going to go ahead and Fire Blast the red X, okay? What we're going to do is we're not going to do anything. We're just going to Fire Blast it, and then we're going to run through the pack. That's going to cause them to pull, and you're going to jump Nova. And then at this puff right here, you're going to rank 1 Frostbolt, turn around, and blink. And then we're going to get Square, oh god, and Skull. And we're going to rank 1 Frostbolt there. Then we're going to jump Cold and Cold. This pack, Fire Blast that Shambler, and then Counterspell this Lurker. And from here, we're just going to get our Arcane Explosions to round them up, the Slimes. From here, you can either jump Cone of Cold or jump Fire Blast, doesn't matter, as long as you can pull him. From here, we're going to jump Arcane Explosion, and we're going to blink up the hill. So here, we're just hugging left wall. So from here, we're going to jump Arcane Explosion. That's going to grab those two. We're going to re-barrier just so we can kind of keep the HP a little bit high, I guess. We're going to counterspell that closest satyr. We're going to blink from there after the counterspell on the satyr. And we're going to Frost Nova that lurker in the middle right there. After that, we just run up that little side ramp. We're going to Fire Blast Square. We should have 2 seconds left on blink around here, 2, 3. We're going to go through here, jump, Arcane Nova, or Arcane Explosion that guy. That satyr in there, and Arcane Explosion the other Stomper. So from here, something I recently started doing not too long ago. I just found it was better to do it like this, just to kind of give you more interaction with the mob, so they wouldn't leash and you retain your pack. You basically are just going to rank 1 Blizzard. You're going to do 1 whole bar. So this whole bar of 8-second channel time is just going to go into this Blizzard. So boom, 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 boom. After that whole 8 seconds is up, you're just going to turn around and blink, and you're just going to run through. Now, the important thing to note is you want to do wide turns, and I'll show you as I go through. The reason is the mobs will tend to pull additional mobs along the way, so you don't have to worry about it. So from here in this side of this room, you're going to do far right, middle, and then counterspell the far left. And then rank 1 Frostbolt, sorry, the far right and middle again. So we're going to blink through. Just going to slow this guy with that. Rank 1 Cone of Cold. Again, the middle, like I said, the mobs are just pulling naturally. I'm not doing anything. It's just my positioning, my pathing. So from here, this is where it gets tricky for some people. So So you're going to literally place it right here at the bottom, and it's going to clip. But if you notice, these mobs are still getting slowed, and it's okay if some of them got through, but you just want to make sure a majority of them get slowed. So these guys aren't going to pose a problem. You don't have to worry too much. So it's just rank 1 Frostbolt right there at the root. So like you said, they're just barely clearing the corner. So, and I have 4 seconds left on my blink. So from here, we're just running up the hill. That's the thing, is you kind of got to be quick on the blizzard, otherwise you'll miss it. So we're just going to get 1 tick, so 1, and then we're going to set up another rank 1 blizzard right here to slow the rest of these guys. And we're going to get the stutter step where they walk across and then walk back. So we're going to take a step forward just so we can put it up along this ridge. Okay. And then we're going to rank 1 more time, 1 tick for that guy. And that'll pull the imps as well. We're going to Arcane Explosion here and then jump Nova just to get them in place so nobody's breaking our barrier too early. We're going to blink forward and we're going to jump, counterspell that imp right there. So from here, we're actually going to wait. Jump Cone of Cold. And then we're actually going to rank 1 Blizzard right here. So the reason I like going down here is they do like this weird like obtuse or like acute angle where they like really curve, like sharp turn in. And I like that because it just, to me, it builds up more time. If you feel uncomfortable, pop a health potion or just try to hold on as long as you can before bandaging or anything like that, because you will have dots. You'll have a nature, poison spit, or a corruption or something. You can't always resist all of them. Even when I'm running 124 nature resist, I'll still get dots on me. So right here at the start of the route, you'll rank 1 Frostbolt that one in the water. You'll jump in between these two and get a rank 1 Arcane Explosion and counterspell the one in the farthest way in the water as well. From here, you're going to jump Nova the Satyr Impact, and you're just going to keep running through. So by now, everybody's kind of catching up. You're like, oh shit, it's a lot of mobs, blah, blah, blah. It's okay, you have more than enough space from here. So from here, you just want to make sure that you're getting at least X load with the Cone of Cold. You always want to have a Cone of Cold for that group if you can. And this next group, we're just going to blink forward and jump Nova. This is just going to hold them into place so they don't have to, you don't have to worry about anything. They'll fall into the back of the pack. So I know things might look segmented and like look all weird, like hey, these guys aren't grouped up and whatever, but like the way that you'll manipulate it to where they'll all be kind of clumped, essentially, is all you need to worry about. We're just gonna rebarrier, re-put up everything, whatever we need to. We kind of have full mana, so we're kind of chilling pretty hard. Just stick towards the right. You're gonna come up, literally run off this drop off, and if you have blink, blink across up onto this right side of the. So right here, this is crucial. So you're just gonna stop here, turn around, and you're gonna do 3 ticks just to slow the front half. 1, 2, 3. You're gonna counterspell that Satyr pack over there. Jump across, Fire Blast. From here, you're gonna Arcane Explosion these guys. Jump it, that way you just get that extra range, makes it easy. And everything's just following from here, so everything's kind of just falling into place. So that guy's getting slowed. Fuck that guy. That tree's gonna pull with the rest of them. He's like, hey, I'm gonna join the mob. So that's fine. And from here, we're not even gonna blink inwards, we're just gonna blink across. I know I probably should have blinked a little sooner. Just waiting a sec, okay, jumping off. You don't have to play as ballsy as in waiting there forever. You could have just walked off. I just do it to build me some extra time just in case I need to ice block any dots off or bandage and get a full bandage, that sort of thing. You kind of just play it however you can, honestly. So from here, we're just going to rank 1. So the main thing about this is you only ever want to like slow like the front pack. So those trees are usually the ones that stay in the front. Look what's going to happen as soon as that blizzard wears off. They're now in the pack. And that looks like really like a segment, like they're not all together, but you'll see right now once I start running through. So from here, again, we're doing wide turns. We're sticking to the right, and we're just hugging along this right side of the wall. Again, these guys are just going to fall through. You have blink available, so you don't have to worry about nobody doing anything to you. You just blink across, and all those are grouped up now. So now that's one big happy family of a chunk. Big chungus all over the fucking board. So that's great, right? Look at that. Huge pack. And you can blizzard if you want, but I personally don't like to, just because that'll break the pack up and some will be slowed, others won't. Just because of spell batching, I don't fucking risk it. It's just, it's a headache. Just quite frankly, I just don't deal with it. So I typically just deal with the rest of the stress right here in kill phase. We're going to save our blink. We're going to save our blink because we need to make sure, even though we can't see them, once you get comfortable enough and you don't see them through, you can kind of just walk across. But always save your blink for this walkway. There's this little like rock or little circle here. You're going to line up. You're going to take a step forward and you're just going to set it right here at this crease. What's going to happen is all these mobs are going to get up and they're going to get slowed. Right? And you'll just set it to the front. You know, spell batching is a little bit of a... So it'll be a little bit weird. But these guys are getting kind of close. It's fading. We're going to hop off. Then we'll put it in the back. You'll see. So now these guys get slowed. All the mobs in the back are going to get slowed. Now it's like a big pack now. And I'm just, because I'm getting uncomfortable, I'm just going to do this. Set it to the back again. Slow those guys. Slow those guys. And they'll just go slowly get slowed. And we'll just hop off. We're going to snap just so we get another barrier. Oh, that was maybe too soon. Yeah, way too soon. Okay, so this is what happens when you fuck up, like I did. So anytime this happens where the mobs really get like out of control, the easiest way is either two ways. You could do short lap or you could do option B, which is a long lap. So option A is short lap, option B is long lap. So short lap is just this, and it's a little bit tricky, but it's literally just the same thing you're doing when you were getting them initially, like rounding them up. These guys are walking slow, so you don't have to worry about them. But you just want to make sure that you slow these guys enough to give you enough time to position as if you had to hop down. So like from right here. So you're just going to like... Actually, I'll just frost over this guy. Right. And so from here, they'll just be walking along the bridge. And they have to go all the way down. And if you get a blizzard and get like hit them with the ticks, look what's going to happen right now. So these guys in the front are slow. These guys in the back are now, like you see the pack coming together. So they're all getting like slowed, and then you're just placing in the front again, and then look what happened. We just got our pack back. And we fucked up. Like severely. Like you see? Like it all kind of falls into place. Again, it's all about manipulating the pack and manipulating where you're placing the slows, aka your blizzard, in the front as opposed to the back and vice versa. So these mobs, I just so I get them a little bit easier. We're just gonna set them right here. Okay. Okay. Barrier here. And boop! That's all she wrote. And we ended the run with 177 mobs. So that's a typical run. My runs range anywhere from 160 to maybe 191. A lot of that is a variant total, just because a lot of these packs, if you notice, if you do runs yourself or you're just running through the instance to try to get a layout of the actual instance, these packs that have the imps, so like this one with the satyr, like 2 satyrs and the imps, that could potentially have like 3 or 5 imps. Same thing with that bottom one over here where I'm blizzarding. There's another satyr pack with imps. Same thing with this one. This one can go anywhere from 3 to 5 imps over here. Up here where this ghost mushroom is. Like over here where I'm blizzarding. A lot of the mob count kind of varies from those imps. So it might vary. You may get a 180 pool. You might get a 164 pool. You might get, it varies. But that's more or less kind of the run. And where I kind of position everything. I'm going to do a second follow-up video just to kind of show, again, in depth, if I can do it slower and skipping some things to make it easier. That way people who are barely learning it can just kind of break it down. So thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next one.